Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. Obviously, Manchester United thrashed by Crystal Palace 4-0. So that's what we will be here discussing. Unfortunately, apologies on the lateness. It's on me, people. I was late getting back in. It took me much longer to get back home than I thought. So my apologies on that. But like I said, keep all your questions Manchester United related. First and foremost, though, before I carry on, hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit that like button expeditiously. Please make sure you share this across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. We've got my Don Ivorian in the building as well. Yes, family, what are you saying?
I don't know what to say, Flawless. You can hear from the sound of my voice, bro. But big up to the Wakanda top that you have here on top. I think it's fire, man. I wish Manchester United players were wearing that and feeling like Wakanda's, feeling like a Black Panther. You know, I feel like they didn't drink that herb, that special green, purple herb that they was meant to get. But I'm okay, man. I'm just keeping it together, man. It's hard times, you know. It's therapy sessions. It's visit to the pharmacy if you have to. It's just I don't know what to say, man. I just don't
tell, man, the disappointment on your face, and we will discuss everything. We got my like Eddie also in the building. Yes, Eddie, what are you saying, family?
What's good, family? Been a little bit, but I'm here. I'm in good spirits, though. I'm in good spirits, man.
Love that, man.
When you see the rapture coming ahead of time, it don't hit that harsh. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is just the culmination, and this is for the non-believers. This is for the non-believers out there, the Ten Hag inners, those non-believers. We here for you. Yeah. Your man's is being put on the cross right next to Drizzy, bro. Right there.
Facts.
That's what y'all going through right now. Yep. Two biggest L's in the world belong to Drizzy and Eric Ten Hag. And then I'll give a minor L to the Ten Hag inners because, you know, they're still fans, so they're not on the grandest scale. Yeah, I'm good, man.
I'm dying cold. But I'm glad you sound in good spirits.
And I'm on the coast. I'm on the coast, bro. That helps. I'm on the coast. That helps too.
Okay.
I'm saying the ocean right there. I ain't gonna cap. That helps.
Fez. I understand that. Big up to Fabio. I see you in the chat. Big up my nephew H. Big up Unc. Big up to you. John Wick in the cut. Eagle MMA as well. Warrior J. I see you in the chat as well. Who else is here? I will get to this as well because this stat is crazy. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat as well. I got plenty to say. Big up Jez also in the building too. Manchester United, Warrior J has put Manchester United have conceded 81 goals, which is the highest total in club's history since 1977. They've now lost a record 13 matches in a Premier League season. And like Eddie said, when you see things ahead of time, it does hit less. That's probably why Eddie is sounding the way he's sounding, why I've sounded the way I've sounded in the past. Because, again, the worst thing about these Manchester United losses and the worst thing about these bad Manchester United performances, nobody here is ever shocked. Ivorian is never shocked. Eddie is not shocked. None of the other ManDem you see on the show, whether it's Rhino, whether it's Leon, whether it's Dan Sillyman, nobody in chat. I've never seen a Manchester United fan in the chat say, I'm actually shocked by what I've seen. I am surprised. Wow, I didn't see that on the horizon. Everybody, like, people may be mad, they might be upset, they may be disappointed, maybe they're happy because they like seeing Ten Hag and these players get embarrassed. But for the most part, but always, I've never seen anybody say shocked. You might say shocking, like that's why I put in the title, another shocking performance, but it wasn't a surprise. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that there is still people backing this manager is absolute nonsense. And one thing about the team who was out there as well, it dispels one of the biggest myths. And this is one defense that people always try and use. Oh, wait till he gets his own players. It's the same players throwing the manager under the bus that have threw the previous managers under the bus. So whether it's a Mourinho, whether it's a Ten Hag, whether it's a Oli, whether it's a David Moyes. Look at the 11 that was out there on the pitch against Crystal Palace. Onana is his signing. Casemiro is his signing. Johnny Evans is his signing. Eriksen is his signing. Mason Mount is his signing. Anthony is his signing. Hojlund is his signing. So that's 7 of the 11 that he signed. Then add on top of that, Maino he brought through and played, so that's 8. Garnacho he brought through and played, that's 9. What are we doing here? That's 9. Dalot, I believe he gave a new contract to. So that's 10 of the 11 that he's either signed or co-signed. They're his guys. So it's not like a Luke Shaw is out there or a Varane's out there or Rashford's out there or Bruno's out there or it's a McTominay who's out there. That's 5 players who he's used, by the way, but I'm just using those 5 for examples. What are we talking about here? They're his players. Did they look like they was playing for him? Did they look like they want the manager to stay, or do they look like how Ivorian looks right now and just fed up and tired and wanting his manager gone? This dispels this myth. And another myth as well, people talk about, oh, see, Manchester, this is life without Rashford and Bruno. Have you seen what life is like with Rashford and Bruno? We lost 21 matches this season. We've conceded 81 goals. Bear in mind, they're not defensive players, but however, the defense starts from the front. And we've seen Rashford consistently not press. We see Bruno actually press when he's not supposed to. What are we talking about here? Like, you add those 2 players to this team, and all of a sudden we're so much better. Like, life has been great with them this season. How many goals? We're on course to score less goals than we scored last season, and we got 58 league goals. I don't know how I'm going to double check in a second, but I know we're nowhere near 58, and we're not going to score more than 58. What are we talking about? And in regards to Warrior J saying Casemiro leaving United this summer is a big possibility. Saudi Pro League is still there. That's from Fabrizio Romano. Worst game I've seen him play. Worst game I've seen him play in the United shirt. He was woeful. He was absolutely awful, and it had nothing to do with him playing as a centre-back. Because we've seen him play centre-back, and he's fully capable.
Wait, Flawless. Yeah. Now wait here. Wait a minute.
Go
part of it has to be with him being a centre-back. You all know why?
Go and talk to us.
I seen that shit happen the other week. This is what happens to our center backs. They get isolated in no man's land. What was the brother? I forgot. Campbell Waller. You remember Campbell Waller against Solanke?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But he had him spinning, swag surfing, all kinds of foolishness out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was again. Same position for center back, same outcome. Insert center back, and with this manager, that is the outcome. We can even go to Johnny Evans.
Talk about it.
We used to be like, you know what? We proclaimed it here first at Sarcasm City. Shout out to Big Game Johnny.
Yeah, facts.
He got Big Game Johnny looking like Little League Johnny out here, people. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say it now. Other than a select few, I will not put too much mustard on the jacket of these players because I really didn't think they were that good. But the way this manager has them looking is some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Ollie didn't do this, bruh. Think about Ollie didn't do this.
No.
Ollie didn't do 7 nils, dog.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
4-0 to Crystal Palace. You got multiple head taps, bro. And the only thing I can't force myself to say he's the worst because he got a fucking trophy some way, somehow. And Ollie never did that shit.
I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst season.
It's the worst season. It's gonna be the worst season. That's what he's gonna have. He's gonna have
like this season is it like solo by itself from it in the is the worst season. And it really takes away from what you did in the first season. Like we want to just give you no credit for it. Like that's where it is. Like it's been so bad that's like I don't even care what you did previously. Right? When people I believe are overly critical of your first season, I don't even defend you. When
no, you can't.
I don't even defend him anymore. I'm like, fair. You know what? It's fair game because it's deserved in regards to what you've done and how bad it's been.
But you know what though?
Go on, fam. Go
on. I won't kill him, but I'll cook him. Because let me say this. That front three who played football last night, absolutely pathetic.
Don't talk about the front three, fam. Flow's yours.
I said it in the chat. I'm on the coast. I've seen kids with no feet have more sauce on the ball than you. They ain't got no shoes, no socks, no cleats, none of that. Anthony, is you getting mad at folk for your misplaced passes?
That was crazy. That one, he was going crazy at someone. He had like 3 options as well. I'm not sure who the player was, but he was going mad
every
at
time he made the wrong one. Every time he made the wrong one. Rasmus, hey man, yo, that dude's a scrub. I put in that's a certified scrub. There's a long list. He's a certified scrub. People, the Rashford, it's done. Cook it. Send him out on loan. Maybe he can find his left foot out there when he's on loan. But Rashford right now, no, book it. He ain't cut out. He ain't cut out. Garnacho, shit. But you know what? This is what the fans wanted, right? Y'all wanted somebody who could take somebody on. Take somebody on and do what? Do what? It's crazy how us three out here, with a reasonable IQ when it comes to the game of football, could have put out a better product than what we saw yesterday. I'm confident in that.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely, from how we've talked about football, from the experience you both have had playing, I guarantee you we could have put out a better product than Ten Hag.
Oh, I said this on back again. I was like, and that I genuinely could organize the team better, I believe. Genuinely. And I have nowhere near the credentials or qualifications to manage at any level, never mind the highest level, which is Manchester United. And I genuinely believe I could organize the team better. Just from a defensive structure. And that's why I'm critical of the players from an individual aspect. Because even if I'm in the dugout, it can be any idiot in the dugout. Ryan could be in the dugout, for fuck's sake. There's still professional pride. There is still, we are capable of organizing ourselves. There should be no manager in charge. Let's say Ten Hag wasn't there and there's no managers and there's no coaches in charge and it's just the squad. And the team's been selected, the 11, and who's on the bench. And one of the managers, let's say it's Casemiro who's the player manager or one of the senior players or Varane or something. You should not be losing like that. And that's where I'm so critical of the players as well as the manager. Because that's unacceptable, losing 4-0 to Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace were not even great.
But Flowers, let me ask you something.
Yeah, go on.
When you saw that midfield, what was your immediate thought? And I've wanted to. What was your immediate thought when you saw that midfield?
You know, I was thinking, I was so happy Bruno wasn't there, number one, because we rarely get to see the team midfield without him. And what Lex said on Yardman had me cracking up when he spoke about Liverpool's midfield. And he said, our midfield is shit, but it's much better than our last it's much better than the last midfield. So that tells you how shit that midfield was. You're saying the midfield that Liverpool have currently is shit, but it's much better than last season's midfield. So that lets you know how shit it was. That's how I looked at that midfield. I think I said it on the watch along. I was like, I'm so glad Bruno's not there. At least with Maino and Eriksen, we have 2 players who will attempt to keep the ball. I said Mount, to be fair to him, at least is a player who, even though he's limited, will try and keep the ball. But I was like, it's still, I think I said verbatim on the watch along, it's not don't get me wrong, it's not a midfield I'm picking and I'm happy about. I just think it's probably the best. But I think when we did the predicted lineup on Sayu's channel, did I say Amrabat? I think I said Amrabat, Eriksen, Maino. That would have been the 3 I went with. But yeah, the midfield is not great on paper, but it still should perform better than that. Not just them, I'm saying the whole team. Like, why do we look like, you mentioned Johnny Evans being isolated? Why does it look on the first 2 goals that the game we're 1-0 down late on and we're chasing the game? That's what it looked like. If you take the time off the screen and then you freeze frame, you show me that passage of play and you say to me, all right, Flawless, what time of the game is that? I'd say 89th minute, 90th minute. We're 1-0 down and we're chasing the game. Why is Johnny Evans by himself? Why is it one missed tackle by Casemiro? And like I say, Casemiro is woeful, by the way. I don't know why he's diving in there because you're much smarter. But why is one mistake? Where is everyone? He went past, Elise went past Casemiro, and then Delo had a man to his side, and then I believe it was Johnny Evans had a man to his side. Where is everybody else is my thing. Why is it 3-on-2 from one missed tackle just inside our own half? Where is the structure? Where is the organization? And yes, that should come from the manager. However, you are all experienced enough that that doesn't happen. There's championship sides who won't concede that goal. There's League One sides that won't concede that goal. There's League Two sides. There's semi-professional sides that won't concede that goal. Why is it at that point in the game? Even the second goal with Johnny Evans when he got done by Mattel, why is Johnny Evans by him? Where is everybody? We have 3 other defenders out there, another centre-back and 2 full-backs, and we have 3 central midfielders. That's not a quality issue. That's not a skill issue. That's just basic mentality and just, again, the basics that I always bang on about. That's just organization. And there's no excuse not to be organized. There's zero excuse not to be organized. And yeah, just it comes from the structure, but there comes a time where professional pride comes into itself. Yes, the manager should set the players up to not look like that. But I'm sorry, these players should be doing better as well. That's why I'm not letting them get away with it. Because that's very lazy and very telling is, all right, the manager's out, the manager's performing badly, so we're going to perform badly. What kind of ignorant shit is that? That's ignorant.
I hear you. That's
super ignorant. And if they was at, before you go, a minimum wage job or some job you don't care about, I hear it. I've done it. Fuck it, this manager don't care. Forget about it. I ain't trying either. Fully get that. I encourage that. I ain't doing more than what needs to be done if the manager who is on double or triple my wages. But that's if I'm working as a cleaner, or that's if I'm working in a call center, which I've done. I've had more jobs than Uncle Ruckus, whatever I'm doing. But this is Manchester United Football Club where you are paid like the creme de la creme. Therefore, you perform, you at least apply yourself. That's a lack of application.
Exactly, Flawless. They're in the 1% club. You know, they earn money that we will never see in a lifetime within 2 years of work. Like, it's just an absolute embarrassment. You are international players. You're international players. Like, do you think Crystal Palace have that much international play? They don't at all compared to us, man. Our whole squad is full of internationals, and you still can't go out there to make not your man. You don't have to make your manager proud. You make your fans proud. You make play for yourself. Play for your motherfucking self, like, and your family. You have your family, yourself on the line on the pitch to represent you, and you can't represent yourself in the right manner. You play for Manchester United. You don't have to play for the manager, but play for the badge. Play for the fans. Play for content creators like us that have to sit for a watch along, 3-0 down, can't even commentate, can't do anything, just lifeless, nothing left. Ian Bill's settings. It was for me, you know. Do you know how hard it was for me to watch that game after 2-0, 3-0? I couldn't even tell you who scored the 4th goal, you know, when I was commentating. There was no enthusiasm. I was gone, you know. I was so gone. Angry, annoyed to the fact that I wasted my bank holiday, a public holiday, and to spend it with Manchester United, to be let down like that, you know. It's worse than just going to a date and the girl don't even turn up. This is just bad. This is just
you rather her not turn up, rather than her turn up and she's just rude and she ain't put no effort in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man's out here coming to the dinner, they're telling me, what's this? I never asked to be in this kind of restaurant. Like, what kind of food do they serve? You know what? I'm not even hungry. I'm out. I'm like, what is this? What kind of behavior is this? You know what, Flawless? It hurts. Do you know I'm angry. Do you know I'm angry because of what we saw yesterday? We did not deserve that kind of treatment, you know.
Absolutely.
To see a football like that, you know, no game plan, no tactics, nothing at all from those players, nothing at all from those managers, you know. Like, they're all full of shit, they're pussies, they're dickheads, you know. They're all fassies, they're everything that you want to call them underneath the sun, bro. I'm sorry for the for swearing, you know. I'm just trying to keep it PG, like Drake says, man.
You don't have to keep it PG, man.
No, honestly, I've been trying to keep it PG, bro. But fuck it, man. Fuck it, bro. Fuck these guys. They're full of it, bro.
No, you
I can't
facts.
believe it.
I'm
Like,
trust me. I'm
like they
with
can't.
you, Ivorian. Like I get it. And just to Jersey says, just a couple things you said, they just applying to what the manager wants them to. That's why you keep getting opened up. That's terrible. The fact that the manager is telling the players to do something and it's constantly not working, and your own self pride and your own awareness doesn't go, hey, you know what? This is not working. We just keep getting moved to. Fuck what this manager's doing.
Flawless.
We've watched,
But
before
you
you
know
go
what?
Eddie, quickly.
Yeah.
We watched Chelsea win a Champions League, ignoring the manager. Rudiger spoke on this in depth. And for those that don't know, Chelsea fans will know better than me in the chat. Di Matteo. Rudiger said, yeah, we ignored his instructions and did our own thing. And guess what? Picked Chelsea up a Champions League. Now, if they follow Di Matteo's instructions, did they win a Champions League? No. There's many occasions where players have ignored the manager's instructions. I'll say, like, if you Google that, they'll pop up not many a times, but it's happened before, I should say. Where it's like, all right, cool, we're going to kick in because there's, you know why? There's certain tweaks the manager can't see that you can see in game. And if you played at any level, you'll know that. I've played Saturday League, Sunday League level. And there's certain points the manager said to do certain things. And it's like, we've changed it. We working in the mid. You know what? This midfield three is not working. Hey, you know what? Sitting. I've said that to my midfielder, like the winger. Hey, you know what? We under the cosh here. Hey, tuck in and help out in the midfield. That's not the man. If I can do that at Saturday League and Sunday League, professionals can do that. And also, Jez goes on to say, I'll be real. If you get paid the money they respectfully, I wouldn't care. And that's the wrong attitude to have. That's the problem right there. If that is indeed the case. Do I believe that? No. I just believe they're just incompetent. But that's just me. Go on, Eddie.
You can't see it. Again, you're asking for winner type behavior from certified scrubs.
Yeah, I'm asking for application, or at least scrubs can apply themselves.
But I'm telling you, that takes a mentality that when the chips are down, I'll never fold. Those dudes, it's unfortunate because, you know, it's kind of like the situation they tell you with kids, right? You stick one good kid around 15 bad kids, sooner or later, that kid's going to turn bad. It's just what happens. Yeah. Especially
Eddie,
when people
it's like
look
the
at
example of putting
like,
one ripe banana on top of bananas that are not unripe. Within a matter of hours to a day, all of them are ripe and rotten.
It's just bad. It's just bad. And you people, again, let's take Casemiro, for example, right? He's a favorite of Real Madrid, but I don't think if you talk to Real Madrid people, they're like, he was that apex leader for us. He was that guy who we looked to like really rally the troops. I believe he was a very good player for their system, right? But honest to God speaking, that brother looks defeated. He looks fed up. He's done. There's just no spark with him when he's playing football. And it's unfortunate because I expect more from him in that respect. But for what he's producing on the pitch, I'm just like, you know what, bro? Yeah. You're here just to be here. You're certified in the game. In a winning situation, you produce. We can't take that from you. But when the situation isn't as perfect, you're not the type of player who people can rely upon to change the dynamic of the dressing room. You're not that guy, and that's cool. But that's on United as a front, thinking that he is that guy, thinking that he can play lone six when he played with Modric and Kroos at the peak of their powers.
True.
So a lot of his deficiencies were covered up by those two just being great. And then you say, yeah, we're going to make you the lone six. And then, well, you know what? We kind of fucked up when it came to the center back situation. So we're going to have you play center back. And Eddie, it's a disrespect on his name, but it's like, I can't, I'm trying not to throw the weight of the world on his shoulders because it's just like, the rest of them, you've always been fucking terrible. And now it's reached the pinnacle of what it actually looks like. And people are kind of shocked by this, but I'm just like, yo, what'd you think was going to happen? He's shown you, they've shown us this United from game 1 against Wolves when we won 1-0.
Mm.
They played the same exact way. 1 or 2 passes, and it's a fucking layup line to Onana, who doesn't know what the fuck to do in between the sticks. It's just like it's a culmination of all this, you know.
Facts.
And I get that Casemiro is being played out of position, but he's a number 6 that you're playing against Crystal Palace. The teams that we've played previously weren't teams like Arsenal where you expect them to struggle, like a Man City or a Newcastle. Any team that's got enough fighting spirits to make, you shouldn't be struggling against a team like Crystal Palace, especially even when you've got Johnny Evans. In this kind of moments there, in the games like this where you're playing against a lesser side, your experience in positioning should really be highlighted in terms of showing the true impact, because at the end of the day, you're not playing Arsenal, you're not playing Man City, so to be turned around, run over, losing air, getting tired, run around, ring around the rosy, all that kind of stuff. It's Crystal Palace, bro. I get it, Casemiro, you're out of position, but you should be good enough to play that centre back comfortably against a team like Crystal Palace, man. But you know, one thing I have to say that match as well, because I'm annoyed, I'm flabbergasted by the performance between Evans and Casemiro. And Evans was a player that I would say that he's never given us a bad game.
Yeah. He's played well this season. He's played well.
Yesterday was wild. Yesterday was being spun by Mateta like that, and you're asking yourself, where is everyone? The goal that we conceded, the first goal, Elise, and running through Casemiro, and you're running where I've seen that goal that we've conceded on numerous.
Why is Casemiro diving in? That's why I put it on individuals, man. Because some of the mistakes he having, he shouldn't be diving. He shouldn't be diving in there. Yeah, it's panic settings. You shouldn't be panicking. Why are you diving in? You should not be diving in. And to those in the chat, I got it mixed up when I was talking about Rudiger. He did an article about racism. That's why I was talking about Rudiger. But there's a Chelsea player, I can't remember who it was in their squad, who spoke about the Champions League when they won it and said we ignored Di Matteo. I can't remember who the player was. You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Ivorian.
Go on.
You're asking that, right? Don't you ask the same thing about Casemiro when he's in the midfield?
He's a CDM. Like, he's still getting turned. I'm saying?
You ask him, why is he diving in like that? He's a CDM. And it's like, that's just what he does.
You know what? But the thing is, I don't mind it. Like, because that's his game in the midfield, I kind of get it. That's why when people get on him, it's like, no, you're an aggressive defensive player. You're trying to win the ball back. And a lot of the time, it works. Like, I'm not minded. I understand it. That's the one I should say. The challenge is there to be made. To me, that challenge is not needed to be made there.
I'm not even. It's like I don't want it to sound like I'm defending him.
No. I get what you're saying.
I'm just like that's just who he is. He does foolish shit like that all the time. You feel what I'm saying?
But so you know what? You know what thing, Eddie? Yeah, this was last year or the season before. 100% he's diving in, but he's getting the ball. I just don't know what's happened in the last 12 months. Who is this Casemiro? Because this is not the Casemiro that we bought last season, who was a shining light for our team, a true leader for our team as well, scoring goals. 12 months. What has happened to him? Is he? Has he been infected by the bad apple, like you said, Eddie?
Because I think so. I think it's just everything that this manager has done has led to this point that we find ourselves at right now. I strongly believe that. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, there are players in here who are limited, but at the end of the day, he's the one putting them out there to look as limited as they look.
Yeah. That's why I blame it more on him. Like, do not get it misunderstood. I blame him more. These players are not getting off scot-free. There's no excuse for some of the goals we concede. A lot of the goals we concede. No one can't tell me we conceded what? The second most goals, I think, like in the Premier League, like of all the teams. No way, we don't have the second worst defensive players. Like I said,
it's like at a bare level.
Yeah.
At a bare minimum, like again, you look at the squads on paper, just on paper, with like when they're somewhat healthy, United is a 4th through 6th type of team in that type of running. Because the quality is still not there, but it's not it's not to the level of the fucking.
It shouldn't look this bad. Like if again applying yourself is, and again that's on both. That's on the manager and that's on the players. I'm not hearing. Yes, the manager's more to blame. Not applying yourself is on you. And I've watched these players all season long not apply themselves. That's not a system thing. That's not a manager thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying we've watched these like Casemiro, that mistake he made. Not even for the first one, the Elise goal, letting the ball roll out. That's not a system or manager thing. That's on you. That's not a lack of application. That's just a mistake, but that's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
The Cole Palmer goal, the last goal, that's not on the manager. That's on the players. That's unacceptable. You man can all see Cole Palmer on the what's it called on the edge. Somebody go and get him. Now let's say the manager was and the coaches were shouting their head off for someone to go mark him. That's on them. Again, that's not me defending Ten Hag. Ten Hag is the worst. Is the most to blame. 110%. He's the most to blame.
So all I just say is, shout out to the Man United away fans, bro.
Like, shout out to you.
Every time.
He said, just as Prime said himself as well, I asked if those Chelsea players are done with Poch, and he said, nah, they just listen to Poch. And that's stupid of them. Have your own brain. And again, this ties into...
I say it all the time.
Go on.
Just on the short. You're either coaching it or you're allowing it.
Yes, facts. Facts.
Those are the only two options that I'm gonna place on there when it comes to what the team structurally looks like.
Man.
Because if you're allowing that type of ineptitude on the pitch, you're allowing it on the training ground. You're allowing it wherever they go. A big thing about, so there's like two types of coaches, right? We talk about it all the time. There's the one with the tactic, and then there's the one that instills a type of mentality that can push you over the top when maybe your tactics aren't up to par. I think the greatest at that is it's difficult because it's like Jose was up there. Jose's kind of in the middle. Ancelotti's like on the far side of just the vibes. The way I have you guys approach the game is what's going to see. So then you have a guy like Pep where it's just like completely tactical. And if you can't tap into the mental capabilities of the player, you at least have to be able to tactically set them up to succeed. And this manager can't do either of them.
Agreed. Yo, he the worst of the worst. But that's why
he's the worst of the worst.
That's why it's not been get rid of the players and get rid of just him. That's why I've said him and the players.
Yeah, but the players are the players are scrubs, man.
And that's what I don't like. And the thing is, at least be a scrub with a heart.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for too much.
Shout out to Dan James.
I'm saying I'm not asking for too much. United have had bad players in the past. We've had bad teams in the past. All I'm saying is, hey, you know what? Apply yourselves. That's nothing on application should come from within. Now, can the manager help with that and inspire you and motivate you to do that? I mean, motivate you to do that further, absolutely. But the reason why I'm not letting them get off scot-free is because that's from within you. Like Eddie, you mentioned about allowing it right? or coaching it. If the manager's setting you up to fail, hey, do something different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the situation, guys, and reading everything. You look at the players not playing for him. He's allowing all of this to happen because he can't. He doesn't have control anymore. He's lost control of that dressing room. You got players doing whatever they want on the pitch, and you can see it in the touchline. He's getting frustrated and annoyed, but he's having it, bruv, because he can't do anything. He can't turn this around, man.
Rashford's injured.
I hope he is.
Yeah, he's injured. That's why
I hope he is. He can be injured for the rest of the season for all I care.
I don't know how long he's out.
I'm done.
And then it's crazy because I just saw a picture of this dude with another rapper.
Oh yeah. I know
that's why
like it.
I seen that. I seen the same picture.
I seen two.
I'm wondering, like, yo, word to Loaded Lux, right? This big Meech backup dancing ass nigga better get his shit right, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not having this, bro. I'm really not.
You know what?
Corny. He looks so corny, bro. It's crazy to me.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm all up for living your life, and enjoying yourself and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not doing the right job on the pitch, like, please don't show us. Please don't show us pictures of you throwing up signs and all that stuff in the back of the seat with with a rapper or meeting another rapper, whether it's D Block Europe. Just don't show us none of this, bro. Because at the end of the day, it would just infuriate us because you're not performing on the pitch, and this is what you're doing off the pitch with the money that comes from taxpayers and consumers. You're pissing us off, big man. Like, you're not doing right on the pitch, but yeah, you want to show us that, oh, I'm enjoying my life. Doesn't matter whether you guys love me or hate me. It's just not looking good for Rashford right now, man. I don't want to see it, man. You know what I always say? Have a good team around you that tells you when to post, when not to post. Yes, I understand you don't want to be controlled. Yeah, you gotta be smarter than that. Yeah, you got people around you that tell you that, Rashi, don't, you know what? Just calm down. Don't post. Don't even go to Belfast. Don't get drunk. Don't go on a night out. Don't call in sick. You know, this is just not the right thing to do. You know, this guy's, I don't know what's going on with Rashford, man. Ever since he signed that Rot Nations deal, the guy's face is looking a bit chubby. It looks like he's been intoxicated. He's not playing properly anymore. He's chilling with rappers, diamond rings, tattoos, chains, thinks he's a rapper. This is not
this
what
is
we
where
want.
I'm at. This is
I
where
just
I'm
not what
at.
we want.
People gotta get this. We gotta get this understood, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do this even with the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We say, man, he's a nice player.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine what he'd be if he was getting accurate sleep?
Mm-hmm.
If he was actually dieting? If he was actually doing that? I'll take it over to basketball. People talk about James Harden all the time. I swear on my life, James Harden is one of the greatest scorers I've ever met in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've ever seen in my, excuse me. If he had the endurance, if he had taken care of his body, this drop-off that he's going through right now would not be as steep.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with all athletes.
Yeah. You got to take care of your body.
That drinking and partying, y'all can do afterwards, honestly, because you paid that sacrifice.
Yes.
Everything can be had in moderation. That's not the point that we're making here. But when it comes across as excessive, we can start asking questions.
Yeah.
You're partying, you're injured, you're not playing well. Those are the facts of the matter when it comes to Marcus Rashford. And so we can't, I'm of the mindset, like, if he's gonna get called out to the carpet, let him deal with that. That's not abuse.
Yeah,
y'all mistake. Sometimes the line is blurred. I hear that. The line is blurred between critique and abuse. I get that.
Agreed.
But god damn, this ain't one of them times, people.
Agreed. People getting mistaken in regards to, let me just clarify, do I personally have any issue with Rashford posting up the picture with the rapper he is with? No, enjoy your life, do what you're doing. But again, you know what comes with that. I say this all the time. Don't give people an excuse. Kind of like how I talk about set pieces and, like refereeing, like if you're not to give away a penalty or we give away a free kick, I say, did the player give the referee an excuse? Did you give him a reason, even if it's the wrong decision? How many times have I said that? Right. Multiple times. And that's what it is with Rashford. You know what's gone on already with you all season long. It's like your girl accusing you of cheating and then you out here commenting on girls' Instagram pictures. You may not be cheating, but you're just adding fuel to the fire. You are opening up that door for her to say more to you. Like, why? Or you atting girl on Twitter or whatever. And you may actually not be cheating or doing anything, but again, you're just adding unnecessary fuel to the fire. And to Ed, who said the players think the manager thinks the end. Yeah, but I just don't want the players to get away with it. Everyone knows my thoughts on Ten Hag. I've spoken on it. I'm speaking on it now. I don't want the players to get away with this because it's not okay how they are performing, even if the manager is terrible. Even with the manager being terrible, even with there being no system, even with the structure. Because we've had, may know this, we've had bad teams in the past. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United have had bad teams. Under Moyes, the team wasn't good. We've had bad teams with Mourinho. We've had bad teams with Van Gaal. We've had bad teams with Oli. Lack of application is no excuse. That's not a system thing. That's not a tactical thing.
Not to cut you off real quick, just to imply. Because when I think people get messed up, when you say you want the players out, you're saying the players that they love too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man, I'm saying everyone. I'm not vouching for any. Minus a Diallo because he's not been here too long. A Varane because he's actually played well this season, and Maino because he's actually been the only bright spark. I am not fighting to keep anybody. So when I say that, say Eddie or Ivorian was here saying, hey, we need to get rid of Delo, or we need to get rid of Casemiro or Hojlund or pick a player, I'm not arguing against them. If Eddie was like, hey, you know what, we need to sell Garnacho right now, I'm not going to be sat here saying, how can you say that? I totally disagree with it. You've given back to the ammo thing. You give fans enough ammo. If if Ivorian was here and was like, you know what, I want Bruno gone. What do I have to argue against Ivorian saying that? And he can go, well, look at all these performances, and he did this, and he did this, and he made this mistake here, and he's not played well. He is one of the players who applies himself, but that's my point. But Delo, that's because Ryan's saying there, Delo been your best player this season, and that has been the problem. That he has been one of our better players this season. That in there lies the issue. That Delo has been one of our better players this season, and let's be honest, he's a decent player, and that is it. He's moderate. No shot at him. But he's a player who consistently applies himself. If
he's
the rest
the
of
type of player.
Yeah, go on, fam. Go.
My fault. I'm sorry.
That's cool, fam. That's all good.
He's the type of player that I'd like to see around better players what he looks like.
Dallo?
You know what I'm saying?
Are we speaking about Dallo? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like, again, like you said, the problem is a lot of the players we have, if they're your best player on any other team, you're in trouble.
Facts. It's like when
and so I'd like to see these guys here.
He's our best attacker. Okay, and what has that got us? That's a problem. Our best attacker should be a quality attacker of substance. And they shouldn't be one, it should be multiple. Me, Ivorian, and Eddie should be here to debate who our best attacker is, because they're all of a certain quality. I prefer this player. No, I prefer this. Well, this player is also good. Well, this player also put up numbers. Well, he's been injured and he's still put up 10 goals, 10 assists, and is impacting games. They're all terrible. Yeah, exactly, Ed. Best of a bad bunch. But again, I clarified this enough. Lack of application is nothing to do with system or the manager. Because I could go out there and apply my not closing down, and that's not necessarily the Palace game. I'm just using that in general. Not closing players down and not tracking back and not running is nothing to do with system and nothing to do with the manager. That's on you. Don't care, you can dislike the manager. Oh, well and good. But track back, close down. We've watched it. Hey, you know what? Mark your man. And if you lose the header, you lose the header. What are we talking about? You know, like, what are we doing here? It is. Nah, Ashik, I don't think he says, what your guys' thoughts on Casemiro? I think some of the outrage is unfair. He's been playing centre-back, and for most of the season, look at the different midfield he's been in. Just a bad game for me. That's why I said it was his worst game in a Manchester United shirt against Palace, and I won't defend that. He was woeful. Probably our worst player on the pitch. However, do I think the criticism of him in general is over the top? Yes, but not in particular from that game, no.
No. Fuck that, man. Everything that we say is over. It has to be over the top. These players need to feel our wrath, man. Like, how dare they walk off that pitch and have the nerve to clap with the away fans, man? No, you guys are not like us, man. You're not like us. We're ambitious, bro. Nothing nowhere near like us for you to be accepting praises from our ambitious fans, our ambitious content creator who has ambitions to watch a team that's successful. The motherfuckers are not like us, man. I've had enough of these scrubs, man. They're all a-holes, man. Yeah, they deserve it, man. Listen. I'm not really the guy that promotes abuse and all that kind of stuff here, but certain man needs to get abused just to wake up, just to wake the fuck up, man.
He's not lying.
Last night, like, I hope these players wake up and slap themselves in the motherfucking face in the morning and look at themselves in the mirror and say, you're not good enough. You disgust me. You know, when you eat something that's really bad, you know, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you disgust me. I want them to go through that every single day. Therapy sessions with themselves, you know. Sit in the dark like Kendrick Lamar does before he writes a diss track. Yeah, sit in the dark, man. You know, and think about it. Contemplate about your life. Because you're a Manchester United player. You earn a lot of money. A lot of us have our hopes on you. You make our weekend, and sometimes you kill our weekend. So you need to start thinking about not just yourself, but us as well, man. I can't take this club no more. I can't. It's so hard. You know, yesterday during the watch along, I took my shirt off. I don't do that.
Why did you take your shirt off? Why?
At 3-0, I was pissed. I just said, you know what? Fuck this. They don't deserve.
Oh, you was wearing United.
Yeah, I ran my night up in the watch.
Okay,
I said, "Fuck
okay.
this shit, man." I took my shirt off. Now,
That's fine.
guys, calm down. This ain't no Diddy thing, bro. Man's gonna take off the top and show you nipples. Are you mad? You mad? I had a shirt underneath. I had a shirt underneath the
You have
Man
to
United
clarify.
shirt.
That's why I was like,
You
wait,
get
what?
me?
You need to
Yeah,
take
bro.
your
Let's
shirt
just
off.
clarify that, man. But yeah, man, I had to take it off. I was so embarrassed. Like sometimes you ask yourself, I just want to. I just can't do this anymore. You want to break up with your club, you know. You want to. How many times have we said this? Like, why am I with you? Like, why are we together? Like, why are we united? Why? There's no unity in this Manchester United. We're not united, man.
Yeah, we're not united.
The players
Manchester
are not
divided.
united with us. We're
Before we
divided.
continue, though, still over 50 people. Well, over 50 people in here. We're at 41 likes. Like check 1212. Let's run up the likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Please hit the subscribe button on the channel. It is road to 12k. We're at 11,330. I know there's at least 5 of you lot who have not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button on the channel as well. Continue to get questions in. It's interesting. Big up to my young G Nero who says life without Ronaldo tax. And this is the great thing about this is people will. This is how you know. One, we don't miss Ronaldo. Let me just clarify that. Like we don't. We miss Brian. We miss Ronaldo the same way yesterday we missed Bruno and Rashford. Even though we've been awful all season. You know what I'm saying? And not a great season. Well, a bad season last season after Ronaldo. But hey, you know we move. But here's how I kill this whole Ronaldo thing. People tell you, oh, we shouldn't have sold Ronaldo, etc., etc. We should have kept him, blah, blah, blah. Elite mentality, right, which is all rubbish because he's out for himself. But that's a whole different conversation. He's now playing in Saudi Arabia. But then say people will turn around and tell you, Casemiro's cooked, Casemiro's finished, send him to Saudi Arabia. Make that make sense.
And
so we should have kept a player who is in Saudi Arabia currently right now playing football. But the player you are then criticizing in the next sentence is rubbish, is cooked, is dinnered, word to rhino, and should be sold to Saudi Arabia. Make it make sense. Like when people call other leagues farmers leagues, but then say go and get players from there. Oh, the French league's a farmers league is terrible. And then you ask them who they want, and they say, oh yeah, go get me Zaire Emery, or go get me Kylian Mbappe. Oh, go get me Kimpembe. I'm just throwing players out there. Oh, the German league's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Farmers League, Bayern Munich win it 10 out of 11 years. It's awful. All right, but you know what? Go get me Kimmich. Go get me Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, from the Farmers League.
Oh, it's a Farmers League. The Portuguese league's awful. Or what manager do you want? Ruben Amorim? Make it make sense.
Crazy.
Yeah, it makes that make sense. It's either terrible or it's either good. It's one or the other. You can't have it all. Well, if in this argument it's terrible, but then this argument is good. So Ronaldo being in Saudi and doing bits is fantastic, and we should have kept him. But then a player you don't want, you reckon we should send there.
Shout out to Star Lord. I see you, big dog.
Yeah, shout out to the Ronaldo tats, man. Like Ronaldo said he wanted to stay. Like he didn't do a press conference with the Ots Piers Morgan and said that he wanted out. Like he didn't turn up for the He didn't turn up to preseason. Man said he wanted to leave, but people keep saying that we forced someone that wanted to leave the relationship out. That makes sense to me, bro.
He wanted it out.
He wanted it out, but we forced him out. Ten Hag forced him. Do you see the obsession that they just want to blame someone for Ronaldo that said he wants to leave? He said, Ronaldo wants to leave. Didn't he go on a world tour trying to find a club?
Yeah, man, it was his world tour.
Let's not act like that never happened.
I'm serious.
Just Ronaldo tax, not my ass, bro. My ass.
Yeah. That's legit. So make it make sense. So like all of this revisionism, like I seen someone said yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was on back again earlier on today and was like, oh yeah, Onana's woeful. Should have the goal defensively United were good. We didn't concede a lot of goals. We should have kept De Gea. Onana's terrible. I agree with some of that. Onana is terrible and there's been a bad signing. However, should we have kept De Gea? No. You look to improve. Why is this
crazy?
To improve? What are we talking about?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Wasn't De Gea the same guy that had butt his fingers and making the same mistakes that cost us the FA Cup final, that cost us the semi-finals of the Europa League, making mistakes of the same mistakes that you see from Onana? Probably would have been the same mistakes that you would have saw David De Gea making this season. Yes, we could have kept him. Maybe it would have been a sure hand. We just don't know. But De Gea was making mistakes just as much as Onana was making mistakes. So don't bring that De Gea talk to me, bro. Like, yeah, we can say we miss him, but bro, he was making mistakes as well.
I'll go 2 points because I think I'm on the revisionism train. First point.
Go on, fam.
Jadon Sancho, I'm sorry for ever doubting you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for ever doubting you. I'm not. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. He got to play with this. No. Let him cook. 3 words, people. Let him cook, and you see what it is. But I'll leave that right there. There's no need to go back over it because we understood. Was understood does not need to be explained no more. We're leaving. Leave my dog alone. Second thing, you remember how you talked about mentality flawless?
Yeah.
You remember we was Vamos FC for like that whole time?
Yeah, serious.
Yeah, what happened last season? Yeah, we were Vamos.
And that's a fantastic point. Yeah, the system was better. The manager was managing at a better level. But you know what they was doing when they was defending, applying themselves. The whole Vamos, like the whole fist bumping. You know what I'm saying? And clapping hands when a tackle got. Where's that gone? I'm not saying you have to do that consistently, but where's that energy gone? The manager didn't instill that. The manager didn't say there's no way Ten Hag sat them man down and said, "Hey, you man start Vamosing."
I'm just.
I think it's Martinez. It's that we're missing Martinez. That's the Vamos merch.
The crazy part is even when Martinez was out, they were still doing it.
No, but even when Martinez was in for a couple of them weeks, right? The first 2 weeks, and we saw the issues. We saw the disconnect. That's why it always killed me when people were like, "Yeah, this United team when they were fully fit, brother." When we were fully fit, we barely beat Wolves.
Yeah,
we got smoked by Tottenham. What are you talking about? Like, what are y'all talking about? That's why some of it I say is like, "Yo, this is expected." We sat there. I'll never forget. I sat there with y'all, the chat, Flawless. We sat there during that Coventry game, 3-0 up, saying, "Damn, they might actually come back." That was before a goal had even been scored. That's the mentality is gone, bro. It's zapped up. That's
a great point. You know, I forgot about the Eddie the whole Vamos thing, and that's not from the manager. That's why I don't hear the excuse of blaming the manager because he didn't say do that. There's no way Ten Hag sat them man down and said, "Hey, you know what? Somebody Dutch sat them down and said to Spanish and Portuguese speaking defenders and said, "Hey, you know what? You man start, being hyper and cursing. Well, not cursing each other out, but start cursing when you defend, when you get blocks and when you make tackles and things of that nature." No way. And even with but the thing is, even with Martinez last season, I mean, at the start of this season when he's played, that wasn't there either. That disappeared. That's again. You know what that is? Applying yourself. And that ties into closing down. That ties into tracking back things of that nature. What are we talking about here? And that's why I don't put, again, everyone must go like a DFS sale. But yeah, I hear it. And that's a problem, just that these dudes have no backbone. Because then I look at it like, that's not, I suppose, that's not a skill, that's a bare minimum. Because I'm a woeful player. I'd be awful at Premier League player as a Premier League player. But you know what I do? Apply myself. I'm asking you to do what I would do. That's not too much to ask. Apply yourself. This is where we're at.
That's all. That's what we want. Can we imagine we're begging for the bare minimum for professional Premier League football player? Apply yourself.
What us three right now, if you put us in midfield, what we would do? We'd run around.
Bro, I would probably faint by the time it's 90 minutes, bro. That's how much I would
at least run around. We make tackles and be like, "Yes, nigga, let's go." You know what I'm saying? That's our version of
that's it. But let me ask you this. What do you think has changed? What has changed between last year and this year?
I just don't know anymore.
I would say
let me hear your thoughts. Go on.
The manager said we're doing shit my way now. I gave you all a season. Cook. It happened. We did this. Cool. Now it's my turn. And they not rocking.
It's not. But Starlord, you say Martinez been there and it wasn't there. Against Wolves, that wasn't there. But he's played, that wasn't there. He's played not a lot, but he's played enough. I don't think I've heard one Vamos.
I've not.
He was the leader of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. In a match, I've not seen us like a defender make a block or a good tackle, and that's been there. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I think what has changed is, I think the manager trying to put more input on what's going on. Number one, and yeah, two. I think Jazz is part right when he says players dropping down to their old selves as well. Yes, I think players have reverted back to the players he didn't sign have reverted back to type. And there's only so long you can mask. But then even then, yeah, it might just be laziness. That's what I put it down to. I think it's just laziness on the players' part. I'm not even going to say skill. I think lazy.
It's tough, man. It's tough for me to try to comprehend how it could just flip overnight. And I think in large part, again, I talk about the coach, but I will always talk about the mentality of these players because we all have watched football enough to know what winning mentality looks like, even on a team that's terrible.
True.
That's not it. So that's where we're at. We can confirm, we can confirmly say, I don't know if that's word, but yeah, rock with me. United has no leaders. They have no winners. They have a bunch of followers who quit, who honestly belly up when the going gets tough. Onana looking out wide-eyed out there. Johnny Evans, God bless him, bro. He was kicking ball with Moses, and we got him trying to run over the likes of fucking Mateta and all them people.
I felt for him, man.
Feel what I'm saying?
That was his first bad game this season.
Yeah.
Plus he's
returning back from
just come back from injury as well. He's just come back from injury.
Erickson out there having to deal with Eze. What? Mason Mount having to deal with Eze. Kobe having to deal with... Hell no. And then again, I don't even know how good Crystal Palace is because I don't know if we made this point yet. They didn't look that good.
No, they didn't.
I literally, Eddie, before you joined, I said that they weren't even great. I said that.
That's typical Manchester United, making other lower teams look good. We've made Coventry look good. We made Wigan look good. We've made whichever League One team we played in the past, second tier Champions League teams look really good, man. This is Manchester United, man. We make anyone look. We will make a bunch of senior citizens play against us look good. That's how horrible we are. The lack of application that we put on the pitch, man. And you know what, guys? We're not talking about these. There's certain players that we're not talking about. Rasmus Hojlund, I want to get you guys' thoughts on that guy because
limited from
Weghorst 2.0, in my opinion. What does he offer us, bro?
No, I don't disrespect Weghorst.
No. I know the original. That's a 2.0 version, just a younger version with much more pace that does the exact same thing but doesn't score. Like I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Rasmus.
Weghorst can control a ball. This guy.
So I'm doing Weghorst a disservice, yeah? Bro. Is that what you're telling me? It's a disservice to Weghorst's name.
Again, shout out to Lacazette walks so Weghorst can run. I always say that shit. You feel me? He'll get involved some other way. Shout out to my tryhards out there. You feel me?
He tries, but it's not good enough.
He tried.
Man.
No, Weghorst don't. Enough. I mean, Hojlund don't try. He just runs around a lot.
Good enough.
Word to Russell Westbrook. He tricked y'all. He just be running around a lot.
Shout out Westbrook. That is a great quote. That is a great quote.
He's ass, bro. He's ass. So you want us to pause this for ahead of time. You want us to take 2 more years to see some more cultured ass. Is that what you saying? Is that what y'all saying? It's fucking because honestly, again, people, you can see talent. It's right in front of your face. We say Manu had a bad game, but we see the talent, and he's younger than him.
Yeah, we know what it is with Mano. Like Mano still, even though he was bad in that game, like I don't.
Yeah, we know what's up. Even he tried. You can still see the talent when he was losing 3-0, 4-0 when he pushed him a bit forward. But back to that Rasmus Hojlund guy, man. That guy's a scrub. I don't care if he's 20, it's his first season, and he's trying. Bro, like for 75 minutes, I go back to the price that amount of money, I expect 20 goals. I don't care if you wherever you come from. 70 million for a striker is a 20 million minimum per season striker that was. But we haven't even bought the finished article. We bought a raw talent that we would have to wait 2 years or 3 years. Yeah. Guess what? Yeah, I understand that our midfielders, they don't really pass to him. But when they do, He doesn't score. When he gets the opportunity, he doesn't score. He doesn't even put himself in the right positions as well. I don't care if he's most of the time he's gone back to fight with the defenders and that. So I'm trying to play wrestling, all that kind of stuff. Bruv, make yourself available. Put yourself in the position to score. Yeah, no services. Yes, our number 10, the best playmaker in this world that creates the most chances, that can't even supply striker. Probably only gave him 2 assists throughout the whole entire season. Yeah, if he can't speak. But what do you offer Hojlund going forward is what I want to know, because I haven't seen anything from Hojlund that tells me this guy should be here. This guy will make it in the future. At the start, the talent is there. Yeah, he has a bit of talent, but he's not getting himself in that position to score goals like that. And when he does, he looks lost. The guy is not even good at holding up the play. His hold up play is lacking. Aerially as well, to win headers against defenders, he does not win it. What does he offer us? Because I don't know. I'm not sold. I think a new striker is needed. A proper season.
We need one anyway. Even if he was balling, he would need to be better. Because we only got one. No, even if he was balling, that makes no sense. Even if he was balling, we would still need 2 more strikers anyway, regardless of his quality. But yeah, he should be third. He should be. I said this all summer long. In January, it was like, go. Remember the Benzema conversation?
Go get Benzema.
I was like, go get Benz. We were like, why? Because we need more than just Hojlund. Hojlund shouldn't be our starting striker. Same way I go one further. Mano shouldn't be our starting central midfield, and I rate Mano.
Garnacho shouldn't be starting.
Garnacho shouldn't be starting. Whether you rate those 3 players or not, or a mix of the 3, they shouldn't be. That's what it is. Yeah, we're awful, and just that's the problem, is the fact that people don't need to be at their best to beat Manchester United. That just ties in. No one has to be 9, 10 out of 10 to beat us. People beat us with ease. Yeah, it's absolutely outrageous. It is. We suck. That's just what it is. And the manager, again, Eddie mentioned Ten Hag there's very few and far between. The only one I know is Marcel. He's the only outward one. That's it.
I didn't even see his match reaction yesterday. I think he hit.
Okay, let me say that. He's the only open vocal one that I see.
Yeah, we talking to the masses. We talking to the masses out here. You got a big phone, so some mixed up in the right crowd. We got to weed them out, though. We got to weed them out.
Marcel didn't turn. No way. I'd seen him say that it's on the players. Did he not say give him a summer? The players is terrible. Is that what he said?
That.
Or unless he changed today?
He said that before, man. I see his last one where we didn't do too well.
He posted a Tuchel pick today. So he's turned now.
Nah,
finally.
I don't believe him. I don't believe Marcel.
He posted I'm gonna say Jez with him.
Then he picks a shitty manager like Tuchel. You can't make this up.
Yeah, man. What? That's a scrub.
You can't make this up. He wants us to go backwards. You talk about a fucking glow up. Jesus, that Chelsea Champions League. Without that, you people. Oh my God.
I know they asked him for Tuchel. Like Tuchel wasn't a scrub at Chelsea playing defensive possession-based football. That probably bored Chelsea fans. A lot of Chelsea fans wasn't even too happy with Tuchel in his second season and the football that they were seeing, despite the fact that they won the Champions League. And you want someone that failed at PSG, got sacked at Chelsea, sacked at PSG, sacked at Bayern Munich to come to us. Why? Why can't we? Why do we need to go to people's ex to progress? Why can't we find our own thing? Why can't we find our own thing? Why can't we say, where did you meet this person? I met him in church, mum. Like she's a nice girl and all that kind of stuff, Or I met her in some next community social event. Why does it have to be your best mate's ex? Your cousin's ex? Why does it have to be like that?
And that's why I said I don't want, adding into your point, I don't want any manager who's managing here or who's currently managed here. I don't want no baggage.
Yes.
I don't know previous baggage from your relationship. Hey, you know what? Come to me healed. You know what I'm saying? If for anyone any ManDem who's out there, right? This has definitely not been Ryan, but the rest of the ManDem out there, you've met a girl or been with a girl who's been hurt previously. We've all been there.
Oh man,
we've all been. Just not trust me. You talk about fighting an uphill battle. with a girl who's got baggage from previous, and she might have not done right. She might have just been done wrong or done dirty. Nothing worse than that. And like, that's what I don't want. And to Lukey, I agree, says the club is lazy, always going for the obvious names. And that's how I would feel if we got Tuchel or we got De Zerbi.
Yeah.
That, again, two managers. I'm not against Tuchel. I just think it's extremely lazy. And hire me, I could have picked that. I could have done that. Go to social media. People on social media can pick that. It's like I say before, they've seen Tuchel's CV and they've just read the cover letter. Because when you look at it without context, Tuchel's a great option. When you just look at, if you just list his accolades, he won the Champions League. He's managed Chelsea, so he's familiar with the Premier League. He's managed Bayern Munich. He's had success. He's managed PSG. He's reached the Champions League final before he won the Champions League. He's been to multiple semi-finals, so he's used to being in a pressure environment. This all sounds well and good until then you actually look in depth at all of those reigns and what's going on. But it sounds good from the outside looking in until you actually genuinely look in. And I agree, Lukey, very lazy.
And they missed the common thread. They missed the common thread in all those teams that you've listed. They had an infrastructure before he got there that not too many people could fuck up with. And somehow, some way, he's gotten smoked by Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah.
When he was at PSG, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. When he was at Dortmund, people sleep on Dortmund. But Dortmund was just fine before he got there. We are not in that situation. He's never struck me as a guy who's a team builder, who can have an idea in his head and put it out there on the pitch. He seems to be the guy that has to be given the idea, and then hopefully it works out. And Roman was still the owner when he won the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So, man, come on, man. The writing's on the wall with what this dude
curtains
needs
on the
to
wall,
succeed.
man. The curtains on the wall. The curtains on the wall. And to Jason, who says this, but flawless Tuchel is not that. I legit said I wouldn't be against Tuchel. I know you didn't catch that, but I'm just clarifying. I'm not against it. If we were to get Tuchel, I see why. I just think it's lazy. And I believe there's better ways to approach it. I could have done that. Again, just laziness to me. I don't think they put much thought into it. That's what I think it is. It's like when you just give someone money as a gift. They put no thought into that. It's obvious, and I'm like that because I don't care, but I want more from my football club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I get upset when you do that. People think you want money, but I'm like, I think it's the thought that counts, bro. If you didn't even give two shits.
I want money, but what I'm saying is, it's like you wouldn't do that to your Ryan. You wouldn't know nothing about this. You wouldn't do that to your other half.
Yeah, right.
You've been with your girl for however many years, Ivorian. So whether it's her birthday, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Valentine's Day, have you ever gave her money for any of those occasions?
No, I actually go out there and do my research and show that I can.
And I want them to do their research to show, hey, we care about what's going on here. Tuchel is money.
That's it.
The obvious thing to give where you go, you know what? This makes sense. And to Ryan, who's asking me, I don't think Tuchel's a top manager, no. But I'm not against the idea. I just think it's lazy. That's all it is. But to anyone in the chat, obviously this don't include Ryan because he's never had a gal. But have you ever gave your partner, like, so whether it's Valentine's Day, her birthday, Christmas, have you ever gave her money? Just solely money. The only time that's kind of acceptable, say she's going away somewhere and you give her money for the trip. So she's going away where there's euros. It's like, you give her X amount of euros. What are we talking about?
Or you're in a good mood and you say, you know what, I got plenty of money. Let me just surprise my babes with a little change.
Right. So man said, imagine saying Tuchel is a top manager. Imagine saying this bullshit. But here we are.
Say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What is that, Ryan, bro?
Imagine Tuchel. Imagine saying this.
By the way, can I just say the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Big up the panel. I told as for. I try to put just to clarify, you know what I'm saying? That 60 out of 10 t-shirts available, people.
That is crazy.
Available for worldwide shipping as well. What are you saying, Eddie?
Right. Make it easy on your dog to defend you, big huh? Like, you can't be doing this to me, dog. I'm out here in these streets like John Wick trying to defend you, my guy. I'm taking bullets all over the place trying to defend you, my guy. Come on, man. Don't do this with this Tuchel nonsense, man. For your homie, check out with that one. We not running that one.
Double down, man. You gonna double down.
Don't double down, bro.
You gonna double down, man. Love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ryan, I've sold more t-shirts than Klopp won trophies in his Liverpool reign. Hold that, I need to send some out, actually. I've got tees here to send out. Shout out to everyone. They'll be going out tomorrow, actually. I've actually got t-shirts here that I need to actually package up and send out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Shout out to everyone buying the t-shirts. Worldwide shipping available. Link is in the pinned comment. See, look. Yeah, there we go.
Man, I'm telling you, they put one last week, Ryan, bro.
I'm saying. Like, that's what it is. 100%. And you know what? Even if I don't sell no tees, guess what? Even if I didn't, which I have done, I still get to, remembrance of one of your most embarrassing moments. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful sense. And since we're going there, let's see what else you lot are saying as well. And yeah, I don't get a cut. Yeah, mate. You know what I'm saying? And that. Get a woman. How about that?
That's
don't get a cut when you get a woman. There you go. Do you think any of us are waiting to appoint a sporting director to make a decision on the manager?
No.
I hope not.
The decision's been made. The decision's been made.
You don't need a sporting director to make a manager's decision. It's the CEO that will make a decision. And why have you got Blunt there sitting interim? He's probably talking to Barada right now and said, "Can we get rid of this guy, man? Like, we need to get rid of this guy." I've never heard of a sporting director making decisions on a managerial's future. It's most likely going to be the CEO or the director of football that has those difficult conversations with the manager and tells them to get rid. So we'll see. We're not waiting for Dan Ashworth. Not at all.
Yeah, so like that's just legit what it is. And yeah, chic. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't buy t-shirts, then where's my cut? Proper Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And again, this is the same guy. You lot might have seen this. It's the overlay there. Hold up 1 second. You lot see this on the screen? Oh, bum. You lot see that? Hey, read that, man, people. Have a look at it. Read that, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's me responding to just to clarify. Can you lot see that? So I posted the Kendall tweet where she said if she knocked on his head, it would echo. And he said, I quote, I am honored to have been insulted by Kendall. This man said he's honored to have been insulted by a woman, just to clarify. But we are going to close out, people. Back to where we was at. Let me remove that off.
Ryan, this is disturbing. That is 16 out of 10 disturbing, bro.
Hey, this is what you trying to defend, Eddie, man.
Man said he's honored to be insulted by a female. Is this what it is? So Ryan, you go about telling girls that you 16 out of 10. They're like, "Oh, piss off! I've already got a man." You 6. You're like,
it's
"Oh,
AI.
Yeah.
It was AI.
I like it.
AI, man.
I like it.
AI.
Can't trust that AI, you know.
Right.
AI says it is. But yeah, all jokes aside, before we close out, if we're waiting on the director of football to pick a manager, then we've already lost.
Yeah, it's exactly so. It's the decision being made.
Yeah, that's legit it. But final thoughts, Ivorian, before we close out. Anything you want to add that we've not quickly?
I just want to tell my sarcasm citizens, my Manchester United holics, it is what it is. Try and keep it. I'm going to put the peace side. Just try and keep it as united as it can, as you can. I know it's difficult times right now, and that manager's full of shit because you lied about being playing attacking football. You lied about playing possession-based football. You lied about all sorts of stuff. You lied about being the next the next Pep Guardiola. You lied about errors come to an end, man. I feel like Kendrick Lamar right now. I'm pissed off.
Lied.
You lied, motherfucker.
You lied.
You lied about him, but Manchester United fan, try and keep yourself easy. It's going to be a difficult couple of days. We've got Arsenal, guys. We got Arsenal this Sunday. I don't even ask you about a score prediction.
We'll get there on Friday, fam. When we do the show on Friday, we'll discuss that. We don't have to get there yet, man. We'll discuss that on Friday, fam. We'll discuss it on Friday. Don't worry about it. We'll
Big up to
that
everyone. Big up to Ryan, 16 out of 10. If you're asking me how my anger is at right now, it is 16 out of 10 right now. Yeah. But it will get down, man. We will get there at the end of the day, everyone. But big up to everyone that's in.
Yeah, I know it's how Ryan shuts up as soon as some embarrassing shit pops up.
Yeah,
Hold
man.
that, man. You know what I'm saying? Man disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Disappeared like Klopp. Eddie, what you telling me, fam? Anything you want to add before we close out?
People, let me give you a word of advice. This shit ain't gonna change. So between now and the end of the season, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little hint. We will not win a game. Okay, we will not win a game. Most we can hope to is some team absolutely loses who they are as a team, and we draw against them. But dubs are not on the horizon. There's no dub coming soon.
Yeah.
0 dubs,
So
man. It's like this guy picking up dubs with women, but carry on. Carry on, Eddie.
Yeah. Sorry about
that. You're not gonna put that AI on my guy.
AI sentence.
We just have to, again, we have a couple more weeks left. And then the Euros are on, people. So there'll be some actual insight in football. NBA playoffs going on.
Facts.
Nuggets, holla at your boy. But yeah, man, y'all pull up to the channel, hit the like, subscribe to the thing, pull up to Ivorian, shout out Red United TV, hit the like, hit subscribe to the thing, and we move, man. You
know. Yeah, I'm saying, but love to everyone that's locked in. We're heading over. Am I back online? Yeah, I am. I don't know what was going on with this other laptop. Heading over to Rance's channel right now, people. So I'll be live over there. Please hit that like button on the video. Subscribe to Ivorian's channel, Red United TV. Link is underneath in the description as well. We're back to, after this, playback, people. We're over on the playback. So get over there, download the playback app from your app store, or just go to playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. Dortmund versus PSG second leg. That'll be going on over there. Then we're back over here Tuesdays, people. I'm rejigging the schedule a little bit. There'll be the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A tonight at midnight. And then following that, back on the playback for game 2. Is it game 2? Yeah, I think it is game 2. Yeah. New York Knicks versus Indiana Pacers. NBA playoffs game 2. Obviously, the Knicks picked up the the third game a couple days ago, people. But yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. Big up. Man said, guys, leaks of DMs. That's not a DM, that's a group chat. Where's the DMs? That was in the group chat. Again, can you read it? You can see Saint and Rabbit.
Ryan ain't saying anything, just to get some
exactly. I said leaks DMs, like this ain't no DMs, mate. You know what I'm saying? I ignore you on DMs. What are we talking about? Show me where I've responded to you on a DM. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Man City show is Thursday night. Thursday night is the Man City show. All right, we're going to redirect over to Rants anyway, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. I'm just waiting for this to load up because it's moving stupid. There we go. But yeah, man, big up to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.